Welcome back, hunters. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to the Hunter Classic on Timbergold Trails. So we're into our second half of our first outing here on Timbergold. We've already gotten 2 Grizzlies so far, one with the 300, and one with the compound bow. Which, admittedly, I probably shouldn't have tried with the bow, but you know what? If the opportunity presents itself, who are we to say no? So we managed to do that. We just had a call from a female elk a little further along here. I don't know if there'll actually be any males with her or not, but the problem is, when I was trying to use the binoculars to, look where the call came from, some of the foliage actually only loads up when you're, looking through binoculars, so I can't really see if it's just a group of, females, one female on her own, or it's even, a mixed herd. So, to kind of deal with that, I'm going to have to try embarking out a bit more. There we go. Okay, just want to get that off the screen. So I'm going to get to the trail, and then I'm going to follow that along for a bit and see. And again, so we're more towards the lakeshore here, which is good. It didn't quite work as well as I was hoping it would. I think the biggest issue with that is because of, it's not smooth banks all along the lake. There's quite a few high and low points. It's kind of hard to get a good look around to see what could be at the water's edge. But from here, this actually is a pretty good spot to try getting a little look around. And it is nice and close to the trail, too. I call it a trail, but it's probably more like an actual road, isn't it? I mean, yeah, it basically is tire tracks, so this is a road. Okay, well, let's just get a little look up here. And just scout around for a little bit. I do admit it would be kind of cool to be able to call in and get a Rocky Mountain elk bull using the compound bow. But, oh, well, that's probably the one who called, but it does look like she is all on her own. Yeah, so we're going to leave her be, and we're just going to stick to the trail. Oh, yeah, speaking of, that's probably the track from her, isn't it? I'll just go high, or probably go get that, maybe see if there's another one. Yeah, there was one. There should be a second one somewhere. Well, there's her making her noise again. I'm just going to try to see. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that's not. I'm getting confused now with the red coloring for the tracks and some of the foliage here. Oh, there we go. Rocky Mountain elk tracking skill level up to level 4 now. Oh, I wasn't able to identify gender from the call, though. Usually I thought you were able to. If you were, level 4. There are certain unlocks at each, stage of, or each level you kind of get. Well, I shouldn't even say that, because I think it's level 3 and level 5 are the ones where you really unlock stuff. I don't know, the Hunter has a lot of systems that don't overly explain when you get them. You have to do a lot of, searching yourself on them. And then you kind of, basically, their advice is to just go straight to the wiki or the forums to find stuff out, which, I mean, that's one of the things I still kind of have against the Hunter, is it should kind of try to have more information readily available in the game. A big thing is still with the ethical charts and, stuff like that would be nice to have, but I do have, again, linked in the description, that CAC2R, that permitted ammo tool, incredibly helpful, and I highly recommend if you guys are, thinking about going on hunt or to reserve or stuff, to use it, and it really makes it a lot easier to figure out what loadout you can take for what would go after most animals on the map. It's been very helpful, and it's what kind of let me make that general sort of build that I was using. That was the 243. I think it was the 270. I should have actually taken the 300 for it, but the 243, the 270 or 300, and the shotgun. That let me kind of make that general purpose build that really worked on, I think, every map. Just want to keep my ears open, keep going along. Looks like we'll actually be heading to a possible point of interest up here. Not Oh, just her make... Yeah, see, again, I don't even have the recognition that it is a female. Huh, I guess it must be level 5 to unlock that. Okay, well, we'll keep going along, keep minding the surroundings. I don't know what else we can expect from the area. Like, I mean, the 2 Grizzlies makes me think, okay, there might be quite a few bears still in this part or this region, but it's been fairly quiet for the most part aside from that. I'm kind of debating, was it be worth it to go up to that point of interest or just keep going along for new area? Oh, You know what? Since we don't have, like, the warm-up that I usually have to go through for, like, when I drop into a map, because it sort of felt like there was that dead zone still for the other lodge. Maybe it is, there's just dead zones around the lodges to start with, no matter when you start a game, really? I don't know exactly. I know there's definitely that little bit of a dead zone, but in either case, because we are going along like this, I think I'd rather try to go for more hunting chances than just to, like, take in the sights a bit. That's always something, again, I wish I could get the channel growing a little bit faster, because I gotta admit, there's a lot of series that I'd like to actually, like, stream instead of doing as videos. Because there's the Hunter Classic. Well, I want to start the stream things off with Journey, which, I mean, it's kind of cheesy to do so, but my thinking was, I'm going to start this new streaming journey by starting to stream Journey. A little cheesy, but I think that kind of lined up with how I sort of am as a person. But start with that, then there's things like the Hunter Classic, Ark Survival Evolved. There are even some other ones that I know I want to do. Monster Hunter is one that I wouldn't mind doing either. The only thing is, again, I gotta try to... I want to grow the channel to a point where it's like, okay, for the money I'm going to put in for it to happen, I kind of feel like I have a base that I can really go and grow from. But it's just kind of taking its time, and I'm not really going to try to do anything that's super skyrockets it. I'm just going to keep doing my content and enjoying my time on platform, because as slow as it has been for growing in some ways, it's actually been doing pretty well. I admit the time frame is a little slower than I was expecting for the channel growth, because, like, how I originally planned it was, okay, I'll have 100 subscribers by the end of the first year, which I don't think I actually met that milestone. I'll have 500 by the end of the second year. I definitely did not meet that milestone. And I'll have 1,000 by the end of the third year. So, I mean, technically we aren't behind on the schedule yet, because we still have a few months to go, but I don't see sudden explosive growth of, like, 400 plus subscribers suddenly rushing in. But yeah, the channel has been remarkable for its growth, actually, and there's actually a milestone coming up I've been keeping an eye on that it's going to be interesting if we do hit it. Or actually, how soon we'll have hit it. But I'll just keep doing what I'm doing, and it seems to provide some people for entertainment, so I'm sticking around here doing what I do. But yeah, I gotta admit, like, okay, well, aside from some of the trees look like they're almost on fire from how bright the colors are, Timbergold is a fantastic place to be hunting on during, like, autumn and fall season. Yeah, I'm just going to follow this along for a while, and hopefully we'll hear or see something else. I'm trying to think of what else... See, I don't think there are a lot of animals that actually make, like, a lot of calls. I don't know if the bighorners would... or the bighorn sheep... I want to call them bighorners from, like, Fallout New Vegas, but they're just bighorn sheep. I guess it's just because it's a lot easier to say horners than the sheep part. But yeah, the bighorns, I don't think they'll really make much, like, vocalizations. The mule deer probably would. Oh, is that elk crossing? Yeah, that is elk crossing. Huh, neat. Now, if only I could actually hear them. Because those ones I can actually bring in, and we get some nice chances with the compound bow on. Although it's kind of interesting using the compound bow. Like, for where the sight is, and how low the arrow is, makes me wonder, like, how was I so badly off with the heavy recurve, if it's... you consider, like, that difference. Well, either way, we'll just keep going along, and then hopefully soon we'll get a new opportunity coming up. Yeah, this reminds me so much why I love the Hunter. It's just like a nice walk out in the woods, hiking about, trying to go after a thing here or there. It is a bit of a shame that the hunting game genre has really, like, declined and gone down. Like, I think the only recent things to really come out for it were Call of the Wild. There is that hunting simulator game, I think, or it's called something like Hunting Simulator 2. It's not doing very good on Steam, I know that. It's like sitting at mixed reviews standing, but there was that, Prehistoric Hunt. That might be it, really. Like, I think... Oh, what do we got? Oh, I can actually do something about that. So that is a mule deer. And I do have a caller for you. Oh, actually, it looks like maybe it's going in the same direction as us. So I'll just try that one call to almost like turn it back on itself, so it might be coming this way. Okay, so there was that mission objective complete. I think I still have to listen out for a female mule deer call. And that'll be that mission done, but we are slowly going through and getting missions completed, which is nice. I do want to be mindful of just like distance to where that call was, as I'm trying to find more tracks. It is even actually possible that it did like circle up and around, so there aren't even any tracks to be along here. And then also I need to be cautious as well, because depending on the score, if it is a lower scoring male, sometimes they like trot in, and they approach much quicker than just like a simple little walk. I'm trying to think of how I kind of like describe it best. I know I run into these a lot where, okay, how do I actually want to say this? Instead of saying that, I should probably just shut up and take the time to think, huh? Like, normally when some animals come in, it's a slow, kind of meticulous walk of checking out and seeing what's going on. Not sure what this is. Just looks like a pile of dirt. Odd. Okay, but for how the animals come in, sometimes it's a slow, meticulous walk that they're definitely checking and watching to see what's going on. Other times they almost like run in, and you have to be kind of cautious if that is what they do. Another pile like that. Wonder what the heck would be making them. Oh. Oh, okay, that's actually interesting. So this is actually probably going to be... This might be a herd of the males. So that means we might have a few bucks we have to go through and figure out which one we want. Or we want to try for. And you know what? Because it's so close, I'm going to get us into a position to be a little bit more hidden up against a tree for. Wasn't expecting there to actually be more than one. It's kind of a little bit uncommon to find the males to be grouped up. Okay, let's just get here and we'll take a look around to see. Okay, definitely hear... Well, I guess we're going to be going for this one, because he's literally right in front of us. Oh, jeez, the other one was right beside us, too, but... Okay, nope, I'm going to stop, and we're going to be smart about this. Because the thing is, even if I was just going for the little bit of a step to collect this guy, that could still send the other one a lot further off. Whereas I'm just going to give it a moment or two, and I think that should probably be out of our range. So now I'll go and take a look and see. So how is this one looking for its score? Yeah, definitely looks like right through the lung. Maybe even both. No, see, again, it's kind of weird how it's managing to get all the way through like that. But we'll just resume game. Yeah, not too bad. Can sell that for 43. Okay, so the other one basically kept going right in this direction. And that's probably the one that made the calls then. Or the first call we heard. So we'll take the marker off, so that way we don't have that misleading us. And we'll continue along to see what we can find. Oh, and we also have elk calling out. I think that's another female. So we might actually have hit into like the gold mine of chances here. Because if we can slowly stay on this mule deer, he'll calm down, we can try getting him in for another one with the compound. We might be able to go after that elk, and it might not be alone, or it might have like a bull with it. We'll just kind of go slowly. Okay, so these are probably the elk tracks. Oh, okay, yeah, so let's take a look here. Oh, no, mule deer. More mule deer, okay. Let me see here. Okay, so this actually might be our buck who's calmed down now. That's one thing, too, is using the bow, it doesn't actually frighten them as much as, like, using a gun does. So this still probably won't respond to calls for a little while, but they might not be too far out of the area. Or maybe they are, because that's another fleeing track. Okay, at least the rain's kind of helping to cover the amount of noise we'll make, but we'll just go a little bit further along here. Even if I just use the rifle, I might use that to take down the mule. Kind of hard to say exactly what we'll go for and what we'll do. All depends really on how far or where he might have gotten off to, because, yeah, all of the tracks, I can't really see much of anything with how thick the grass is. Oh, okay, well, there's another track there. Oh, sounds like she's pretty close. Kind of, but not really. Okay, again, we'll stick to the buck and see where it might be next. This is another fleeing track, then it might be a ways out. Yeah, this is another fleeing one. Although it reached the water, or probably would have to curve around the water a bit. So this is kind of interesting what we'll have to figure out. Like, looking out and around... Oh, another track there. I think that might just be the elk, though. Could be another mule deer, but... I kind of feel like it's... unlikely. I don't want to pick this up because I lose the track we're currently on. Or the trail we're on. Let me just get to the water's edge, take a little look around. Oh, yeah, so I did actually run right to the shore here. Okay, so where might you have gone then? So, I mean, there's three options. Left, right, or straight across. Although I don't know if the Avalanche... No, I don't think it could go straight across. I think this is too deep for it. Still says fleeing, though. I thought I'd be pretty slow with the, being in the crouch walk I am. This just gives us a good opportunity just to be able to scope around and see what's going on. Oh, well, there's one of the elk. Just a female, though, nothing else with her. And yeah, I don't see our buck. So he probably took a turn. I'm almost thinking maybe he would have turned more this direction. But again, I don't know exactly how far out or off he might be. Well, we'll continue along and see. Yeah, the problem is, again, there's no telling if he turned one way or the other from that track. But I think he might have actually turned the other way. I'm not seeing anything else kind of like along here that makes me lean one way or the other. So, and because of, again, it's possible we kept making him flee from pursuing, it might be better just to leave him be and continue on to find what else we might be able to get. Yeah, speaking of, we do have a track here. What is this of? Oh, actually, I think that's our... That might be one of the females that we've been hearing call. Okay, so... I guess we'll kind of work our way back the trail. Oh, that's a new opportunity. It's actually not that far off either. We might be able to actually even see it from here. Oh, it's a wolf pack. It is a wolf pack. Now, the thing is, they're not actually even that far off either. Okay, so there's a call from... Oh, okay, they're gray wolves. They aren't actually timber wolves. My mistake from the previous episode. You know what? I'm kind of tempted to want to try taking one of them on, or taking one out. Ah, but they're moving off quick. Shoot. You know what? I think I want to stay on them. If I can get an opportunity, I think I'm actually going to try to get one. I would want to try to get one from afar, because again, considering how we had the Grizzly charge us the last episode, being too close and trying to get one is probably going to have the rest go on us. So we'll just kind of be cautious and follow along from a little bit behind. Yeah, Timbergold is really giving us a lot of good chances here. I don't honestly know which wolf I'd try for. I think I'd basically just see whichever one gives us the best shooting chance. But they were hanging around there. And they were actually moving off at a fair speed, so I think I can probably stay upright and walking for a while. If we're lucky, maybe they'll be pretty vocal too, so we'll get a good idea of like the ranging for how far off they're moving as well. Oh, and there's another kill over there. They might be going for that, actually. I don't know if they have any interactions for if there is like a kill they'll go after and just like hang around the spot. So up here is where they all were. Surprisingly enough, I thought I'd see like more tracks, but it looks like it's only... Okay, there we go. Now they're starting to come in. Oh, okay, that radius range is not very big. Okay, so I know they were going up and over this. I just gotta find the tracks a little proper to know. Here we go. No, that's still going the wrong direction, so maybe it's over here more. Okay, let me hear the call. There we go. That's another pack, I think. Or is that this? No, that might be another That could very well be a different pack up there. I don't know if they actually would travel solo or not being wolves. Okay, no, definitely not. That's a different group. Because this group has definitely stayed on a focus to go over this way. Oh, and it is right to, either they walked right by it, or they're actually in the grass here around it. Not exactly good circumstances to be in, if I'm honest. Because I cannot see through this grass well at all. Yeah, so here's another kill. Okay, so it looks like they actually just moved... They just moved past it. They didn't actually stick around here. Yeah, so just another elk. Oh, or did they turn upwards? I honestly don't know. I'm not seeing anything up ahead here, and the tracks aren't even going this way, so maybe they did turn upward. They decided to turn north. I actually don't know. Oh, okay, there's another track here, but it looks like they've... Huh. So there are tracks. Are they wolf or are they something else, though? No, they are still... Oh, fleeing. Okay, so maybe they were... They did pick me up as I've been, like, trying to approach. So at least one fled off from looks of it, but I don't know if the others did too. Man, that's the thing with, like, having to use tracking, is that it can be hard to figure out exactly what was going on when you get to an area. So I think only one actually might have gotten, like, scared enough to, like, go fleeing off like this. Just want to see if maybe I can even, like, see movement from it. Or movement of anything out that way, but it doesn't look like it. Unfortunately, they weren't as vocal as I wanted them to be. I really should have probably just tried taking one from that chance we got there, but... Okay, here are more tracks, so... It looks like maybe they did all go up this way. Okay, well, there's just a mule deer call, but that's not really what we're after. Be interesting if the wolves decide... Oh, see, I don't think the animals actually, like, interact... Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Oh, well, there's another mission done. I think I've gotten myself all turned around here trying to figure out where the wolves have gone to now. No, fleeing. Yeah, I think we're out of luck for going to be able to try to get any of them. Even trying to slowly crouch and catch up to them, don't think it worked out for us. Don't know if I'll even be able to have, like, anything I can, like, say, okay, let's just quickly get that to end the video with. Oh, although... And there are a lot of kills in this area. Oh. Well, there's the mule deer. She's freaking out, though. That actually... She must be freaking out because the wolves are around there. Okay, so it looks like it should be pretty close to where that carcass is. At least I think it should be. Maybe a little bit beyond... Oh! Okay, so there was a wolf there. I don't know if that means there are others. So I think that one was fleeing. That wasn't a trot, I don't believe. Oh! Is there something over there? No, it's just the way, like, all the birch trees are. Oh, I thought we'd get lucky with maybe getting one. But yeah, it's interesting to see that the mule deers actually do react and, like, run away from. I didn't realize that was actually a thing that could happen. Okay, still don't approach cautiously, just because there might still be, like, a wolf up there. Like, the call was basically from where we heard it before, so maybe they were just like resting and sticking around. Oh, problem is, it's so hard to see through that brush. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't see any movement in there. Yeah, we'll try approaching the spot. Well, there's another wolf call, but it sounded like it came from quite a ways out. Now, this is kind of giving me like the Long Dark vibes with how many wolves there could be around us now. Yeah, I'm just going to approach here, but I think we're out of luck. We at least spotted a pack, which was pretty cool. But I didn't quite get the chance to try getting a shot on any of them. With the way that one was fleeing there, I don't think I would have had much luck anyway. Yeah, so the call basically came from just up here. Okay. Well, again, it might not have gotten that much done, but we at least did see quite a bit of wildlife this episode. Or, well, this little outing. We did get the Grizzlies last episode. We got mule deer, we've seen a few elk, we even saw the wolf pack. I actually got to see that interaction with the mule deer sprinting away. I don't think I've ever actually really seen that in-game before. But looks like that's a bit of a bust here, so we'll end things off here for this episode. Thank you guys very much for joining me on this episode of the Hunter Classic. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave it all in the comments right down below. Until I do catch you all next video or episode, those survivors and hunters, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.